I don't even have an intro for this video, man. Let's just watch it.
First at 6, thieves target a fancy car in St. Gabriel, and to the owner it was a lot more than just a car.
And she worked hard for what she has and told 2 on Your Side's Brittany Weiss about her memories.
That car was something special, stolen within minutes, all while the property owner was inside her house. Now the sheriff's office is looking for the thieves who could be connected to other crimes. This 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat was stolen from Christy Mascarella's St. Gabriel home last week.
Everybody keeps saying it's just a car. No, it wasn't to me.
She bought the car during a dark time in her life when she was in and out of the hospital.
I was born with spina bifida. I've kind of had one challenge after the other. I've been in a wheelchair my whole life.
All those challenges channeled into this Hellcat. Challenge this. She had it detailed, added extensions and fins. It was equipped with hand controls.
I wanted to drive my Hellcat to the coast for cruising the coast.
That bucket list trip has turned into a yearly venture every October where she's met lifelong friends.
They always called me the Mopar Bay Queen.
Inside the Bad Cat, a pistol in Mascarella's purple and gold LSU-themed wheelchair. She designed it herself and used it daily. Brought it with her on those drives to Mississippi. It's gone too, taken by thieves. This camera picked up Mascarella's car leaving the neighborhood around 12:30 Tuesday morning. We're learning now that that car was found, or what's left of it, in West Baton Rouge Parish. Here's what's left.
Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't watch this full story, guys. This is my first time seeing the car in the shape that it is in now. I didn't watch the entire story. Someone sent this to me, and I think I watched the first 20 seconds of it, and I was like, okay, this is a good story. But Jesus, y'all are just the dirtiest individuals.
Completely stripped, the shell left over.
And now I have no car or no chair.
The Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office is looking for this black Chrysler 300 with plate 408HYM. They believe this car was...
Let's go back, because you know what? We're going to turn this channel into Eyewitness News. Let's go back. 408HYN. That's 408 Hotel Yellow Mike. All right? HYM. Find this piece of shit, please.
They believe this car was involved in Mascarella's incident and another car theft at Perkins Row in St. George last week.
It's gone. Everything gone.
Mascarella has worked hard to earn what she has.
I got up and I made something of myself, and I went to work, and I work every day, and I worked hard for what I have. And just in a few minutes, they just took it all from me.
She's getting around in an older model chair while she works out what to do, unsure if her insurance will cover stolen equipment. The Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office says this is a problem that's going on everywhere. If you see that black Chrysler 300, give them a call. 2 on Your Side, Brittany Weiss, WBRZ News 2.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
For this black Chrysler 300 with plate.
If you see this Chrysler, I think this is Louisiana. I believe this is Louisiana. If you see this Chrysler 300, 408HYM, Hotel Yellow Mike, call 911 immediately. Because this right here, man, oh my God. Hold on, let me cut my audio off. This is terrible, man. Like, this hurts. So one of my subscribers sent me this video, and they was like, man, they stole this lady's Hellcat Challenger, and she happened to be in a wheelchair. So I watched maybe the first 30 seconds up, and I was like, okay, this is a good story here, man. This is a good story. This is a good video to go ahead and, you know, raise awareness that this car has been stolen. I had no idea that they stripped it down to a damn shell. Like, if you go back and look at it, let's go back. Look at this. I mean, no hood, no doors, no engine, no electrical components whatsoever. Nothing. I mean, oh my God. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what they do to your car. This is what they do to our cars. God, I hate this for her. I really do. I really hate this for her. I believe that this is Louisiana. I'm listening to the accent and looking at the streets. Everything's Bayou Drive, Bayou this, Bayou that. So I'm assuming this is Louisiana. WBRZ. So if you're tapped into Louisiana or St. Gabriel, I mean, this hurts, man. This hurts on a whole nother level. They found her car. This first aired 5/20/2025. So this was nothing more than, what, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when this happened. WBRZ. I'm assuming that's Louisiana. Let's see here. WBRZ. Yep, that's Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Television station associated with Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Guys, listen, man, like, I don't even know what to say. I wanted to turn this into a CarLock video. You guys know how I love to talk about CarLock. Obviously, I was going to say CarLock, vehicle vibration detection, vehicle move detection, engine start detection. I don't have the box on me right now, but I'll overlay it right here so that you can see exactly what it is. My link and my code will be in the description. But man, this hurts on another level, man. Like, I really feel for this lady. I mean, you heard what she said. She's faced challenge after challenge, battle after battle her entire life. And she put her heart and soul into this car. And that's the thing that people don't realize. People just look at some people's cars, Challengers, Chargers, Durangos, Rams, Hellcats, Scats, whatever the case may be, and they just look at it like it's a car. Like, you don't realize what it took for some people to get these cars. These cars are not cheap by any means. You know what I mean? These cars are not cheap by any stretch of imagination. They're not cheap if you're financing them, and they're certainly not cheap if you're leasing them. You know, they're just not cheap. And people are going to work every single day, working hard to own these cars and drive these cars and feel good about themselves. Because the one thing I'll say about Dodge more than any other brand is that what they did with the Hellcat and the Scat Pack is they gave people supercar power for relatively affordable American car prices. Does that make sense? Like the Hellcat in 2015, when it first came out, it had an MSRP of like, what, $68,000, $69,000, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. 2015 Dodge Charger Hellcat MSRP. $69,965. Like, they're giving you 700 horsepower, essentially supercar, in the form of a muscle car, sedan for the Charger, for $69,000. And that was the appeal of these cars, was the fact that you can have supercar power for relatively affordable American car prices. Does that make sense? American sedan prices, American muscle car prices, right? Even though they're more inflated at this point than they were back then, people work hard for these cars, man. People put a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of attention, obviously a lot of money into these cars. And for this young lady right here, this car was more than just a car. This car was, you know, a symbol of accomplishment, a symbol of achievement, a symbol of happiness, a symbol of pride, something that she's worked for herself. She said that she used to drive to the coast. I'm assuming she's talking about Louisiana and not Mopars at the beach in South Carolina. She could be talking about Mopars at the beach in South Carolina. You know, they called her the Mopar Queen, Queen Bey. You know what I'm saying? And then this shit happens here. This is just beyond terrible, man. I mean, like I said, when I first saw this, I watched maybe the first 30 seconds. I didn't even see the car at the point that it had been completely stripped. I didn't see the fact that they stole her wheelchair too. Like, this is the world we're living in. They stole this woman's car and her wheelchair that apparently was custom built specifically for her and her condition. You know, not all wheelchairs are made the same, and apparently hers was specifically built for her and her condition. And to see that they stole that, took the car, stripped it down to the shell. I mean, she had all kinds of graphics on it. She had the front fit, you know what I'm saying? The side skirts. Let me go back and look at it here. She had it all on this car. Yeah, she had the front splitter. She had the Hellcat emblem, had the stripes going down the center. She had it all. This thing was clean. I'm surprised I've never seen her on Instagram. I'm not sure if she was on Instagram. But man, this thing was clean. Slim body Hellcat, one of one. And then just gone. Stuff like this, man, it pisses me off. And I've told you guys this time and time again that as we get into the warmer months, the Junes, the Julys, the Augusts, shit like this is going to become regular. Like, people think that, oh, it's 2025. People aren't really buying Hellcats anymore. People aren't, well, you can't buy them anymore. People aren't really jocking Hellcats. No, they are. They still are. Trust me when I say, if I drove my Hellcat somewhere and I left my door open, that shit would be gone in 2.5 seconds. These cars are still heavily sought after, if more, probably more now than before, because there was a time when you could steal somebody's Hellcat on a Thursday and then just go up to the dealership on Friday and get you a new one. That's not the reality at this point. Like at this point, these cars are, well, not relics in the sense that, you know, they've been around for 20 years or whatever, but relics in the sense that we'll never see something like this again from Dodge. Hopefully we will, which ties back into my previous videos. But, you know, as it stands right now, these cars are no longer being produced. So it's one of those things like, if you're driving a Scat Pack or Hellcat, whether you realize it or not, you're driving a really unique and rare car at this point, because they no longer make those cars. So if something happens to your Hellcat or your Scat Pack to the point it's totaled, the likelihood of you just being able to replace it is slim to none. Like the car that you're going to be able to replace it with will probably be used if you can find another Cat or Scat to replace it with. So it's one of those things like, you guys have really got to hold on to your possessions and treat your possessions like you may never see it again, because in this day and age, you may never see that Hellcat again. Like, right? Like your red eye gets stolen today, the likelihood that you're going to be able to replace it with another red eye Charger or Challenger is slim to none. You might be able to get your hands on a base model Cat, slim body joint, something like that. But the likelihood that you're going to be able to go out and get that red eye jailbreak that you bought in 2003, 803 horsepower is slim to none. So guys, I mean, I've told you this time and time again. If you don't want to go out and spend the big bucks on security and all that stuff, the CompuStar, the Iglas, although those systems are tried, true, and proven. I've got all of those shits on all of my cars. I park my car at this point. I park my car, get out of it, close the door, I lock it, and I just walk the fuck off, because I know that I've got the kind of security where it's like, it's going to lock it down. Not to mention, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm old school with it too. I still got the club that you plug into the the wheel, and that plugs into the seat belt as well. So I've still got the old school shit in there too. So if somehow, some way you bring your laptop out and you're trying to program my security by however or whatever stretch of imagination you're able to bypass my security somehow, you better have a, you know, what do they call it? You know, one of those chain snappers. A bolt cutter. You better have a legitimate bolt cutter on you, because that's the least of your worries at that point, is my security. Good luck trying to, you know, drive my shit and the shit still between the steering wheel and the actual seat belt. Like, that's the old school way of doing it, but that's tried and true. At that point, you either got to just yank out my seatbelt component or yank out the steering wheel, which makes no absolute sense whatsoever, or have a bolt cutter on you at the time. Like, you're going to have to do some serious work to steal one of my cars. But the point of that is, you know, guys, you spend this kind of money on these cars, $60,000, $70,000, $100,000. For some of you guys out there that got fucked over in 2022. But you spend that kind of money for those cars, and you don't want to invest maybe another $500 to $1,000 on some legitimate security that's going to hold your shit down. Now, granted, nobody can protect somebody's window from being broken. Like, that's the small casualty that we all might suffer. Like, even with my shit, somebody breaks into my car, that window is gone. Like, it's broken. There's nothing I can do about that. There's no security that's going to put up a physical barrier between my window and whoever else is outside of my car trying to break in. But the reality of the situation is, once they so much as tap that shit, everything goes to hell. My alarm goes off, kill switch activates, the engine's dead, I get notifications. I come out with the Springfield Echelon Compact, which is the most recent gun that I got that I love at this point. That's my concealed carry Springfield Echelon Compact, the 4-inch version. But yeah, I come out with that, and then, you know, we go from there. But at the end of the day, guys, we're getting into the warmer months. Stories like this are going to become more and more common, you know. And it, like I said, some of these criminals, they know no bounds. They have no moral code. They do not care. Like me personally, if I broke into somebody's car and I looked in the back seat and saw a wheelchair, it's like, come on, man. Like, there are other charges and challenges in the city that we can take. We can leave this one. We don't have to take this one. Unfortunately, not everybody shares that mindset and just that kind of overall moral code. And in this case, this lady lost her wheelchair, she lost her car, her project, all that stuff, man. You just don't know what cars mean to people. Sometimes a car can be that last thing that stops somebody from just checking out. You know, I know a lot of guys personally that that put a lot of attention and time and effort into their car, and their car is more than just a car. It's a symbol of pride. It's a symbol of accomplishment, of achievement. I mean, I think about myself, man. Like, you guys have watched my story, coming from a V6 Charger to a Scat Pack wide body to a Cat. Now I got the Cat and the T-Rex. Like, that shit took time. It took money. I had to work hard. I had at one point 2 jobs, and I was doing YouTube on the late night. You know what I'm saying? Getting off of work, coming.
HYM.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? 2 jobs, coming home, doing the YouTube shit, uploading late at night, not getting it in bed until 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to give you a sob story, but it's just like, you know, we work for these things. And there are some people out there who don't want to work from anything, who want to take what you have. They simply don't want to work for it. They don't want to earn it. They have no pride in a day's hard work. A man putting, you know, everything aside and just working hard, saving his money, and going out and getting something that, you know, he really wants. A lot of people don't have those morals and ethics nowadays, sadly. But for those people that don't have them, that's why you have to get the security of some sort. Now, like I said in the beginning, you guys may not want to spend the $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 for the CompuStar and the IGLA installations. I get all of that. That's where CarLock comes into play, right? And we've talked about this in damn near every video that I've ever recorded at this point. I mean, you guys pretty much know CarLock and Knockout 360 is synonymous with one another. I mean, plug it into your OBD. I've got another video that should literally be coming out after this one. That would, Jesus, let me stop, put my keyboard right there. I'm sorry. But I got another video that's coming out that's going to solve that whole plug it into the OBD sensor issue right there. That's going to make it a little more permanent. That's going to make it harder for criminals to just, you know, get in your car and try to remove it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, guys, this hurts right here. I hate that this young lady had to go through this. I hope that she's able to replace it. And I hope she stays with Mopar. I hope the police department finds whoever did this. We talked about that license plate on that black 300 numerous times, and I hope that they get caught, because at the end of the day, we don't tolerate that kind of behavior on this channel. At the end of the day, when it comes to the police chases and stuff, that's pretty cool. But the minute that you steal something, someone else's property, or put your hands on someone else, at that point, all bets are off. I hope you go to jail. I hope you go under the jail. I hope the people that did this are found and they spend a significant amount of their life in prison behind bars, which is where they deserve to be. So this is Iberville Parish, Louisiana. So if you're in this area, man, and you happen to see that 300, or if you know something or have seen something, please talk to the police department, man. Get this lady back. Well, you know, we can't get her car back at this point, but you know, at least get her some solace knowing that the people that did this to her are behind bars, which is where they deserve to be, if you ask me. But like, subscribe, comment, man. I'll put the original video and the original article in this video in the description so that you can go and read it there. That's WBRZ, Whiskey Bravo Romeo Zulu is the television station that first aired this down in Louisiana, the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area to be exact, man. Shout out to CarLock as always. I've got CarLock in all of my videos, like all of my cars. I'm sorry, all of my videos. You guys think I'm joking? Like, look at the bottom right there. What's that say? That's CarLock. You know what I mean? My Hellcat, my T-Rex, and my Jeep, and I get them all armed. Every single time I turn them off, or every single time I park them, they're all armed. So, you know, CarLock is it's legitimate, man. I've been rocking with CarLock since I had my Scat Pack. Yeah, or maybe my V6. I might have had CarLock with my V6 Charger, to be honest with you. So that's literally over 5+ years. So you can't go wrong with CarLock, man. Just plug it into the OBD and go to work from there. Link and everything will be in the description. It's been your boy Knockout 360. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm getting heated. I'm getting hot. I'm getting upset. Let me get out of here, man. See you guys in the next one. Peace.